Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here, and thank you all so much for tuning back into technically our Tunnel 6 Let's Play episode 2. But what this is the base build for my new Tunnel 6. I've built all the new buildings, the walls, the traps, everything, and this base that I found online, it has everything too. So let's just build this base, and if I decide later on I want to make some adjustments, I will. So we're going to start with the town hall in the middle, and it already starts off a little shady. I'm not sure if I support this particular decision, but every single storage is in the core. I guess because there's no, really epic damage dealing infantry at Town Hall 6, you can actually get away with doing it this way. But let's just see. Like I said, I will make adjustments later on in my Let's Play if I choose to. But basically what we do is we put all of our storages in the town hall in the middle, and we're going to build our walls around it. And also notice this, that the storage is a 3x3 block, the town hall is a 4x4 block. So I actually line up the corner at the top, line up the corner at the bottom, line up the corner at the bottom, line up the corner at the top. That way it makes a pretty nice symmetrical thing. I like the way this thing looks so far. Next, let's put in our wizard towers, and it's a really simple base design. And yes, I'm still building my new wizard tower. Basically putting the wizard towers on the top and on the bottom, trying to protect that loot and trying to protect that town hall. And then next, we're going to put in our mortars, and we're going to put one mortar on the left in the corner and one mortar on the right in that corner. Next, what we'll do is we will build our walls around, and actually, you know what? Let's make it easy. Let's make it real easy on our walls. Let's put the cannons in. All right, the cannons. We're going to put a cannon next to that wizard tower, and we're going to put a cannon. No, that's an archer tower. Wow, this is, we're mixing it up now. We're getting a little wild up in here with the symmetry thing. Archer tower on the other side of this wizard tower, and then we're gonna put our air defenses in. We'll put one air defense in here and one air defense in there, so the air defenses are nice and symmetrical on either side of the base. Now let's grab our clan castle. We're gonna put it on the other side of this air defense here, and we're gonna put an archer tower around there, and that does it for this compartment. So we'll go ahead and fill in the walls on this compartment here. There we go. Now on the other side of this cannon, we actually have an elixir collector, because why not? We need to protect that elixir and get the archer tower in as well, and then we'll fill in this compartment too. Now this, remember, that's a mortar, that's an air defense. The next one is going to be a cannon, and then after that we'll go ahead and put in a gold mine. We want to make sure we protect that loot. All right, and then that does it for all of my level 5 walls for my max Tunnel 5, so we'll start putting in the new Tunnel 6 walls in next. And then let's put in a gold mine on the other side of this archer tower, and then our final cannon, and then we'll have to use our level 1 walls up here as well. Do not worry, guys, we'll be farming these walls up to level whatever very, very quickly. Now, next is whatever it is on the outside of the walls. And notice I got one wall left. I'll show you where to put that here in a minute. Let's put the camps in. We got a camp in this corner. We've got a camp in this corner. And we've got a camp in this corner. Now, there's a few traps and things around all this, but first, I'm going to put that wall right off the corner. Why not? It serves no purpose besides just kind of expanding the spawn spot a little bit. That way people can't spawn so quickly and closely to my base. Now let's put a few traps in. I've got a spring trap off the corner of this camp. I've also got a bomb, and I've got an air bomb. Just basically saying if anybody comes from down here, they're going to have themselves a hard time. And then we will put in an elixir collector. We'll put in a barracks. Basically just put in a whole bunch of trash stuff just to fill it in. Now the location of this sweeper is a little bit questionable, okay? We got a sweeper, it's pointing up right now, and I guess the theory is if somebody's going to use giant healer, they're going to actually go directly at this air defense, and so by putting the sweeper there, it will prevent them from doing that. Well, we may find a better spot for that, but for now that works. Bombs here, bombs here, bombs here, surrounding that sweeper, protect that sweeper at all costs. Now, we've got ourselves a spell factory, then we have a spring trap, in case anybody tries to wall break into that location to get to that air defense. We've also got a collector, a barracks, and notice there's a space in between the spell factory and the collector, and then a space in between the collector and the barracks, and then no space between the barracks and the gold mine. Then we'll put in a spring trap off of here. Let's get a couple of elixir collectors back to back like that. The final gold mine, besides the new ones, of course. I haven't put in the new ones yet. And let's get that laboratory and put it in the corner here. And then we've got all 5. I've actually got all 5 of my builder huts. So we're actually going to create a very nice little pattern here. We're going to put this giant bomb in between them just to confuse and scare some people. And then finally, we're going to put our last collector here. We'll put our last barracks and our last gold mine. And then our final air bomb. And I believe I may have misplaced a spring trap. I did do that. Let's move everything down 1. There we go. And then we're gonna put our last spring trap in right there. And that is the base, and that's all that I can see. So what I'm gonna do with my extra wall or extra builder huts is I'm gonna put them just in the corners, just to, you know, throw somebody off in case they don't see them. They won't 3-star. And that pretty much does it for the Town Hall 6 base design. I might end up turning the sweeper, but I see the logic. I see what he's doing here, where it's, you know, it's defending the air defense from possible giant healer action by pushing those healers away and letting those giants take damage and killing those giants. I also like the spring trap. I mean, the trap location is fabulous. Putting the spring traps on the corners where people are likely to try to break in with wall breakers is a great plan. And then having the air bombs down here is actually really good, because if somebody's going to giant healer and they choose not to go against the sweeper, then they might actually try to come in from down here to also lure the CC, and the air bombs being there is going to hit their healers. So that's actually really good. Also, we have a split, a fair split of the splash damage. And at Town Hall 6, splash damage is overpowered. I mean, splash damage is incredibly powerful. So having a fair, even spread of wizard towers on the top and the bottom, a fair, even spread of mortars on either side too. And I'm willing to bet that at Town Hall 6, you're going to see a lot more Barch and Mass Barbarian, maybe even Mass Goblin, more than you'll see any other attack. So having a good spread of those splash damage to take out the small troops is a fabulous idea. And then having your air defenses split up as well is a good plan, just to make it to where if somebody attacks with dragons or whatever, if they're Tunnel 7 attacking your Tunnel 6, then you probably aren't going to defend that well. But you're also going to, you're at least going to give the dragons a heck trying to get to both of them, unless they split the dragons, and that's one quick way to fail. So good plan there. And then let me see, small bombs to defend against that sweeper. Remember, that's that sweeper, so small bombs protect that. Small bomb over here, and spring traps obviously in each of these corners, just to defend against any wall breakers in those corners. And let me see, I think that pretty much sums up the base. I mean, it's a pretty simple base design. I like the base design. I like how symmetrical it is. If you go in and if we view the walls, then that is actually pretty nice. I like that a lot. Remember, at Town Hall 6, you want to get those pink walls. But again, I'm a new Town Hall 6. This is episode 2 of our Let's Play, and we still have yet to even upgrade any of our new walls to level 2. Believe me, that's coming though. And so, you know, that it will look better eventually, but at least now we've incorporated all of our buildings into the base design so that we can make sure that we're not giving away anything. And I want to remind you guys, anybody out there that tries this base design, basically, if you're not a Town Hall 11, you're not guaranteed to win any defenses. Town Hall 6, especially because Town Hall 7 has dragons. Town Hall 7, especially because Town Hall 8 has even better dragons and hog riders. It's hard to defend. So if you find a base design that you feel is like online, if you find a base design that never defends, don't feel like it's a bad base design. Basically, no base at Town Hall 6 is going to defend you every single time, because all somebody has to do is they got to bring some Clan Castle Max Hog Riders or whatever they do, and they're going to 3-star you. So this base design is basically to make me feel better, but I'm not expecting to win any defenses. In fact, no Town Hall 6 base is going to give you winning defenses every single time. Now, there are ways to win defenses, like drop down to Bronze League and stay there. You know, that might win you some defenses because people are going to drop on you. They're going to drop one troop and leave, and that's going to give you defensive wins. But if anybody actually attacks you with a farming strategy that's not Barch, then you're probably not going to win the defense. All that being said, guys, I think the base design looks pretty solid. I think that's about as good as you can do at Town Hall 6, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it does for me. I probably will be showing some replays of this base in the next episode of our Town Hall 6 Let's Play, so be sure and subscribe and watch the next episode when it goes live. Unless you're watching this in the past, then it's probably already live and on the Town Hall 6 Let's Play playlist. But besides that, I think that's going to do it for us. I've built the base. I'm happy with it. I'm going to hit that save button and now we're good to go. And of course, that's my progress base. I built that in episode 1 if you want to know how to build one of those. But guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe and join the Klaus family if you haven't done so already for daily gaming videos. And of course, try this base out for yourself. Let me know down in the comments if it does work for you. Again, I don't think it's gonna, there's no way to defend a Tunnel 6 or 7 or an 8 or 9 or a 10, just because there's stronger bases out there all the time. And Clash of Clans is such a big game. There's tons of players out there. So best of luck to you. Let me know how the base does for you in the comments, and I'll probably, again, be showing you guys some replays in the next episode. But for now, guys, that's it for me. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all again next time.